first. Hearing loss can be a difficult thing to deal with, and it's important not to ignore it. And as our next guest will tell us, better hearing is not an event, it's a process. So here now is Dennis Thomas with Beltone, Central California. All right, this is like the third time on your show.
I know, it's
You're
like I'm a regular.
Yes. Okay, so for anybody who has missed you before, tell us what Beltone does, what services you offer.
Well, we're a full service when it comes to hearing aids and hearing aid care. There's a lot more to it than just the hearing aid device itself. It's about following best practices and making sure we're taking care of the patients for long term to preserve the hearing that's there.
Okay, so tell me this. I would imagine that you approach each patient based on, where they're at in their hearing loss. Do you specify or tailor treatment based on how severe the hearing loss is?
Yes, that's key, and I think one of the things that the misnomer is all you do is just get a hearing aid.
Yeah.
But that hearing aid is only a tool that we use as practitioners to bring each patient to their potential. When we do a hearing test, we take and test the thresholds. Everybody's used to hearing the thresholds. We had them in elementary school.
That's
and
where
everything.
you press a little button, right?
Yeah, the beat tones and all that stuff. So we get those thresholds. That's important.
Okay.
But then we go through some other testing. In particular, like a loudness growth testing, is we want to find out how loud, once somebody's hearing loss kind of drops down, their uncomfortable levels drop down too. And so it's called a dynamic range. So we have to measure where the dynamic range of that individual patient is. Then we do word recognition scores.
Okay.
And we'll go through a list of typically 25 words in each ear at patient comfort level and find out how well they can interpret words. Because what happens, especially if the hearing loss is below 40% in the high frequencies, that's when you can lose your ability to understand speech faster than you lose your hearing. So when it comes to counseling that patient on part-time use or full-time use, very important to find those thresholds and find out what those speech recognition scores are. Because if I have a patient that has 92, 85% word understanding, I can expect they're going to adapt to amplification and pretty much hear in most environments very well.
Okay.
But when you start to lose ability to understand speech, and say they're around 50 or 60% word understanding, that's when, no matter what we do, if we correct both sides, we can typically get a 15% increase. So we can take that 60% patient and get them up to 75% word understanding, but there's still going to be words that's going to be missed.
Yeah.
And so some of the things that is real important when it comes to understanding what the potential is of the hearing is making sure the patient understands that, and we set up goals. And we have to set up goals, and to wear them all day, every day, comfortably is the key to keep everything stimulated and keep it from deteriorating down.
Right.
Educating the family with that, so we have the spouse involved, or kids, or caregivers. Love to have them involved, because a lot of times people with compromised word understanding, people will still raise their voice up to get really loud. And it actually makes it worse. It's much better to talk in a slower tone and directly to them, and they'll put the words together if the hearing aids are functioning properly.
Yes.
So that's going to be the key thing in that.
That's such an important part of talking about treatment for hearing loss, is talking about who these people interact with every day, their family members, their caregivers, because it can be very frustrating to deal with somebody who is dealing with hearing loss, but then maybe doesn't acknowledge it, because I see it with my parents all the time. They're very frustrated with each other when either one of them can't hear. How do you guys, how do you navigate if it's speech that they can't understand? I would imagine that dictates a different treatment than if it's just volume that they're missing out on, right?
Yeah, it mainly has to do with the counseling on that.
Yeah.
So if the speech is compromised, then we're getting in the area. My goal is to try and keep my patients out of cochlear implants. If it gets that bad where it's 20, 30%, then cochlear implants, I'm very active in cochlear implant referrals when needed. And when that's needed, they can have a significant increase, but that's a pretty serious surgery to go through. And so the whole idea is to keep things getting to that level. And if we can use devices like this. I brought this little guy right here. This is called a MyPal. It's a remote microphone.
Oh, okay.
So some of those patients, it's all about reducing the signal to noise. So if we have noise, that gets in the way of the signal or the speech, right?
Yeah.
So this you could actually wear, and it will wirelessly transfer your voice right into the ears. So the speech comprehension goes up.
Would I put that, like, if I'm trying to talk to my dad who cannot hear, he's never been able to hear, I would wear that.
Yeah, you would wear that, and it would directly go. And gotta be careful because you can up to 75 feet away. They can still hear you. So.
Oh, it's
pretty cool.
Okay, well that's just one of the gadgets that you have there. One of the avenues for treatment. So if we want to visit Beltone, we want to get our hearing tested. How can we do that real quickly for me?
Yeah, just scan the QR code or go to beltonetoday.com, and we have 5 locations that we can set up a time and see at a no out-of-pocket expense. Consult and find out what we can do.
Okay, perfect. We'll put it all online as well. Dennis, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, coming up here on Central Valley today, exceptional eggs. Vital Farms shows us how to elevate our eggs for National Egg Day. Stick with us.
From a